gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on my exposure. So what I would like to talk about is the delusive Angie. Now, people have said to me, there's nothing new, we know exactly what Angie's like. No, let's talk about the victims and everyone who has been affected by Angie tonight. Let's talk about how she has brought nothing but hatred onto this app. Let's talk about how she has mocked people with DV, child abuse, mental health, and self-harm. Also, let's talk about the fact that she can go around calling people peddlers. Now, this woman, we all know that she's a compulsive liar. She will do anything to get out of coming forth with her apology. So let's get going. Now, we do know Angie is originally from New Zealand. She moved to England when she was 16 years old. But now she lives in London at the age of 49 with her elderly mother. Now, her elderly mother shares half of the house with Angie, as Angie likes to explain. But Angie refuses to pay anything towards the rent or bills. But she also likes to get the house damaged by having so many police and ambulance and fire brigade outside her house. At one point that one of them had to bash down the door to get to Angela. She's causing so much stress on her mother that her mother doesn't actually want to be in the house with her anymore. And of course, we've seen quite a few clips of her mother, Sheila, getting very distressed by it. Okay, so we know Angie has a problem with alcohol, and we all know that someone tried to help her, getting her into rehab. Angie announced that she is going away from TikTok, and of course people start giving her money. Next thing, we find out that Angie is no longer going, and she's got a bottle of wine in her hand. So we do know those things about Angie, but I'm going to get to the gritty bits of it now, because what Angie is doing when she is drunk, she speaks the truth, and where next morning she'll wake up and say, I can't remember anything, but she does remember things. But I'm going to show this clip of Angie. You could tell she's had a bit to drink, but this clip is with her sitting in a box with a man from Belfast, Ireland, and they're talking about HIV. Now, I will tell you now, this is a trigger warning, and if you don't want to watch it, you're welcome to skip.
Yes,
how
you're
many
right,
women
Angie, you're right,
pass
Angie.
HIV onto other women?
You're
It's
right.
very
You know why,
low.
Angie? Right. This is why you're right. Because there are more heterosexual couples in the world than there are homosexual couples. So I would like to think, saying there are more heteros having sex, that they would be transmitting more than the homos, saying there's less of them. I would like to think that, Angie, that's not really hard numbers.
Of HIV, 50% of us is actually the gay community.
You tried to pull up
It's men on men.
back yourself up. No, it doesn't work that way, Angie.
50% is on men, by the way.
Ange, could you put no sister in the box?
50% of HIV cases, half the cases of HIV, Aussie, is man on man. They're just facts.
HIV is more prominent in straight couples than gay couples. Angie.
No, you're wrong. Half of the half of them, 50% is it's actually men and men. Yeah.
Angie, you need to stop.
50% is man on man.
Google it. Do you want me to Google it? I'll Google it for you. Wait a minute. I will Google it for you.
It does happen. Females and female. I know people that
I will Google
in a relationship.
The risk rate of HIV, okay?
One of them raped
and I'm telling you, 50% of the gay community, the others as sex workers.
Aye, but Angie, see no matter what goes on with you in charity, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you said a man doing it to you is worse than a woman.
Let's not pretend they're facts. I only Googled it 2 weeks ago, actually.
Angie, it's bad. This is bad. Like,
yeah,
this is bad.
Angie, this is bad. This is bad. Angie, this is hang on, Angie, this isn't funny. You've been on this app for the past 2 weeks, crying that you're being bullied and you're being harassed and you're phoning the cops left, right, and centre. Now, is it any wonder, Angie, given the triggering that you're doing on people right now?
How am I triggering people? With what?
How are you not? You tell me how you're not doing it because that list is shorter. You tell me how you're not triggering people because that list is shorter than how you're doing it.
These are facts, Ozzy. Okay, I'll show you.
They're not facts, Angie. They're not facts.
Let's
Can we change the subject?
No, even Mark's telling you to stop, and honestly, baby
Let's
girl,
change the subject now. Come on, change the subject. You're gonna have no voice left, Angie.
Yeah, it's gonna go really bad. This is gonna go really bad.
Let's just change the subject now because this is really touchy subject.
I wouldn't even. I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
Yeah, James, I agree with you. And this is the only time I'll ever agree with you, but I agree with you.
Yeah, because you drive me insane. But honestly.
I also saw that clip there where Angie's talking about HIV and she's getting all her facts from good old Google. So she hadn't actually looked into the history or any of the facts before she came on live. Now, if I remember rightly, that live went on for 2 days. 2 days, and there was a gentleman that came into the live who was actually a nurse, told Angie that Google is not the best thing to look at. Okay, so I'm going to get on to these videos of the racism. Now, I think 1 or 2 you might have already seen, but I know I have put 2 new ones up as well. So have a look at them and see what you think.
Exactly. I spoke to this woman once. I said to her, go back to your own country. Yeah, in the supermarket, I said, fuck, go back to your own country. I didn't say fuck. I said, go back to your own country. We have to, because you pushed in the queue.
Yeah.
He said, it's their problem if they die at sea. They took the risk. So
I didn't say they die at sea. I said they take the risk, yeah.
Yeah, but
which is really true.
You said it's their problem.
Well, is it? Well, it is problem.
Well, it is. I do get it, but obviously, as human, we don't like. I know that you're gonna say I'm woke. That's what you're gonna say. There's things that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
And there's certain situations I think, like, for people to put themselves in that kind of conditions is a very bad situation.
They don't think it's going to happen to them. Do you know what I mean? And they're not all kind of like they're not all fleeing because of desperation. They're just fleeing because they want to a better life. You know what I mean?
Honestly, like, let me tell you this about immigration. There's people that are literally suffering. You've not seen, especially, like, these things are underrated. Like, people within Europe, like some places in Spain, some people in Ukraine and everything, they're struggling and they want to come here. It's not like, I don't think people...
Can they go to France?
Yeah, but I don't think anyone on their right mind would just think, do you know what, I want to go to England, and they will get on a boat and risk their lives with their family and kids.
They do. This is my point. They do. They
do that because of a reason. No one is going to do that. If they were comfortable in their own country, they wouldn't.
They would. They come here, honestly, for the benefits.
No, but what are the benefits in this country? There's not like hardly anything that people can survive.
Well,
It's money.
you got NHS, you got housing benefits.
Do you know, let me tell you about the NHS. You know, when you renew your visa, if you've been living in this country, because I've done it over and over again, if you live in this country, your visa expires and then you renew it. Do you know you have to pay money for the NHS in case they don't accept your visa? So you have to have that money. You pay about, last time I checked, it was about £500 you put. That's for the NHS and your medical, anything that happens. You don't get anything for free. But people don't know these things because you've never been in that position.
Yeah, but I see, healthy men getting off the boat, do you know what I mean? And I'm telling you,
Well, they might look healthy to you.
work.
You
They
don't know.
come here for work.
It's like you discriminating. It's like you're saying something, you don't have any mental health because you're carrying on with your day. You're telling me these men are healthy. They have to be.
Nusisa, they're coming for work, yeah? They're coming for benefits.
Do you not think that they're doing the work?
Yeah, I'm saying they are doing the work.
And
but
you were saying that the NHS is like crippled now because of immigrants.
They come here to work, yeah, to get paid and then they go home.
What would you do? Would you not?
They get good money here. They come into work, get good money, and go home.
At least they working.
Yeah, because there's a problem with it because we're full. We're overcrowded.
But they're working. They're doing jobs that people
the bottom line is, Nikita, I know you don't agree with me, but the bottom line is the majority of people voted Brexit for that same reason, due to immigration. That was the reason.
It's people that they want foreigners in the country, but then at the same time,
the majority of
if all the foreigners, okay, let's say everyone, all foreigners go their separate ways, we all leave the UK. What would happen then? I'm saying, like, let's say the foreigners, everyone just leaves and go back to their country.
I'm not saying they should go back. I'm just saying that's why they.
I'm saying.
They shut down the whole world. China did, and they should actually be responsible. Be responsible for what they've done to the whole world. I don't care. I'm sick of seeing these videos, man, of these Chinese men eating fucking the way they fucking eat these living seafood and this and that. You know what I mean? They're fucking barbaric, and I hope they die slowly. That's my wish.
So they are most of the videos that I've got. Now I know there is a lot of videos out there with Angie being racist, but I'm trying to show some videos that are new that people haven't actually seen. Now, we all know how we feel about this, and I have to say big up to everyone who stand up against racism. It's just been absolutely shocking to see on this app, and it's 2024. It should not be happening at all.
Shit, she's vulnerable. She's that vulnerable. Get off TikTok. You're not that vulnerable. She knows what's right. She knows what's wrong. She was quite capable of having a normal conversation. So stop using the vulnerable word term, because it's getting really boring. I'm vulnerable.
Hello. Right. You've got me completely wrong. Right. I would never ever shit on someone's DV. I went through 7 years, 2 years in a refuge on the run. I was kidnapped in my own house. So I'm going to show you the clips. I've got a 3-year molestation order. Taryn said that I laughed at the fact that you said, "Oh, it's Angie because you had the wig on." I've watched your lives. I've gifted you. I would never ever shit on someone who's gone through fucking DV. So I suggest you apologise, because I'm literally sat here shaking and raging at the fact that a content creator that I respect and I like has said that you laugh at my DV.
I'm not apologising.
Are you being serious right now?
I'm not apologising, yeah.
It's a fucking dirty little bitch.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There's the true self. There's the true you, yeah? The true you. Fuck off my life, yeah?
That was my girlfriend because she's sticking up for me. Because I went through the worst thing ever. I would never ever laugh at someone who's gone through it. You can roll your eyes, lay off the fucking drink, because I would never say this shit to anybody. You're vile. Absolutely
that's
vile,
right. That's
yeah?
right. Pretty vile.
You've all been through it, Angie. I remember that.
See you later.
Absolutely fine.
See you later.
Okay. Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
We've never
Yes.
seen your wife,
Do you know what? Do you know what? Yes, they do work on a Sunday. Like I'm going to be working on a Sunday night from 10 o'clock.
Darren,
So
did
you're
you
going
just
to work
did you just
in
say,
the-
hang on
in
a
this house.
Hey, Darren.
You got a minute in on the whiskey and they're going to let you go and clean that hotel.
Hey,
Darren.
Darren, did you just say that your daughter's in bed? Why don't you creep upstairs and get in bed with her, love? We'll watch.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
What, you think that type of shit is okay?
See that, man?
Probably say shit like that. Fuck's sake.
We want to say
No,
that, man.
hang on a minute.
We need to get Darren done for child labour.
No, Chelsea.
Child labour.
No, whoa.
Child labour, no, because you just said the
Young
kids are
children
at
are
school,
older.
so they're going from school to work. That's child labour.
Right, do you think that type of
they're at a
comment
working
is
age.
okay? Chelsea, do you think that type of comment is okay?
You know what it reminds me of? Have you seen that? Is it Shutter Island when she said that her kids are at school? I'm not being weird, but I
He's
think
got none of his kids.
a
He's an
welfare check
alcoholic.
needs to be
He's
done,
washed up. He's got none of his kids. Thank you very much for the hand tap, Mickey. He's got none of his kids. He's an alky.
Yeah, you remember that beginning of that movie? Mm-hmm.
What, Shutter Island?
Are
Yeah, when she said they went to school.
are you seriously right, Chelsea? Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody there with you. I think you've been fucked off by your wife. You're an alcoholic. You washed up because look at the time on a Sunday. You thought it was Monday. You said your kids were in school. You look too old to have kids in school as well.
Right.
Can I just say
so
one?
why don't you find that out? If you think that's true, find that out and get somebody to come round here and do a social check or whatever they need to do. I mean, let's forget about the fact that she's actually fucking sitting there in front of me when she was in hospital on Saturday night, you dirty
Don't
bitch.
show your children. Don't be showing your kids.
Don't you fucking dare ever have a go at my child who is in hospital on Saturday night.
I've not had to go at anybody's child.
Absolute foul bastard, you.
I've not had to go at anybody's.
I'm willing to offer you a pardon if you join the PLM server and you change them orange hearts to purple hearts and you're using them.
I'm already in there, man. I'm already in there.
Oh, you're already in there. Under what account?
Oh, I'm not telling you.
If you change them orange hearts and you're using them to purple,
talk. I'm in there, man. I'm in there. What's your name on there? Well, I'm not going to tell you that, innit? It's a secret account, but I'm in there.
Are you okay? Can I just say one thing? I'm going to drop because everywhere I go, you're there. I just want you to leave me alone. Because I've just been shared the live, that's why. You're a liar, Angie. You did know about my leg. And the same girl Yes, I've always said that. the same girl is now sitting calling MT.
Zip it. Let me talk.
She's calling MT a predator. I didn't undo your work with Rosanna. You're always on about Angie that you want to see evidence. You should have asked the other weirdo yesterday for her evidence because she's an out-and-out liar. She's on there now slagging MT off, saying that he's
like I said,
that he's a predator. The
Yeah,
girl's
like I said,
fucking dangerous. I undone no work. The girl is dangerous, and you're as bad as her.
Oh, go away, Carly,
and I supported you.
Baza.
I don't give a fuck
I don't
about no one else.
please, for the moment.
Sorry,
You know what,
I'm so
Carla? You
sorry.
box hunting every. You're in Billy's life, this person's life, Pearl's life, box hunting, telling your story, your professional victim.
What you're doing?
Right, I didn't know about your. Listen, I didn't know about Rosanna when I spoke to Rosanna. I didn't even know who she was.
Rosanna is a liar.
I don't want you to follow me around the app. Leave me alone. You're a fucking stalker. Leave me a fuck alone.
You fucking witch.
Yeah? I was never your friend. Do you understand? I was never your goddamn friend. I don't give a fuck about you. How many times? Leave the fuck me alone.
Weirdo.
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 You're following me all around the goddamn app.
I'm not following you.
You are. I don't want to be your friend. You're going on your life saying that we're good friends.
You need to grow up.
You're telling everybody, with all my haters on, that we're good friends. No, we're not. We've never been friends.
I didn't say we were good friends. I said foolishly, I thought we were friends on an app, not like friends off an app.
Listen, you fired up alive and bullied. You decided to bully someone and talk about mental health. You bullied me.
Carla, don't waste your time,
You're
mate.
going about Rosanna, but who's the bully? Who's the bully, Carla? Who's the bully, Carla? Right, you're going on about Rosanna bullying you. Well, what did you do last night?
I didn't let anyone slag you
What
off
did you do
yesterday.
last night, Carla? You pulled my haters in. So how are you talking about Rosanna bullying you? You did the exact same thing.
Did
I
anyone
didn't know
slag
anything
you
about
off
Rosanna's
yesterday?
situation.
No, I asked people not to slag you off
If you
yesterday.
put all your haters in,
You
she
wanna
must have had
go
like
listen to
thousands
that?
in there.
Yeah, but you put my haters in though, didn't you, Carla?
Did I let
How
them
many did she have?
speak? Did I let
20,000?
them call you? I can
Oh, you know what? You're box hopping. Leave me alone. I'm not interested in you, Carla. Listen, Milsey.
You in 4 different lives there.
Angie, can you just say something to Milsey? Can I speak to Milsey, please? Can you mute so I speak to music? I'm going.
Oh, you're off, Angie.
For 1
Fuck off,
second.
mate.
Listen, Milsey, you've allowed this on your platform. I've just come to talk my story in a calm way. You let this weirdo in the box. Why you done it, Milsey? For the fucking clout. You've done it for the views. Back off and leave me alone, Carla. I don't want to be your friend. Against a single white fucking female. You fucking weirdo. I don't give a fuck about you. Got it?
You're the single white female.
Can I be your friend?
You know what I mean? I don't like the word trauma dump, but this is what people use on here. Trauma dump, yeah? I do have empathy. I have sympathy for what people go through. Of course I do. But I do know 100% that people do it for sympathy.
A few moments later.
That's what they wanted. Did you not? If you watched the live, you'd know that, of course.
She didn't want it. She didn't say to put him in the box. I was watching that live. She never.
She came in the live to him in the box. She requested the box because he was in there talking about her.
Yes, and that I get. But when she was in the box,
So what-
and
so
he
what
was
was
calling
about?
her yeah, but wait a minute. When he was calling her slut and a slag, and she's this and that and all this. She's 25.
Yeah, everybody
young
was
woman.
telling him, stop talking to anybody like that. Everybody came up and said, you do not talk to a woman like that.
But you
They
didn't.
weren't allowing it. There was a debate going on. This, unfortunately,
But I'll
one of
tell
them
you
was
what, you
heavily
didn't get picked.
inebriated.
Why was that? Because Michelle likes her viewers. And I don't care what anyone says, she's an enabler of bullying. And that's how I see
But
it.
Angie, in that exact same sentence, you got to be careful because you are exactly the same.
No, I'm not. That's the difference. I'm
You-
not.
you
I would
just
have kicked him
are.
out. I would have kicked him out.
But I'm just saying, but you haven't previously. You've allowed it to continue and go on.
And she's criticised me.
I'm just saying.
She said about the Alex situation that I shouldn't have allowed that on my platform, but yet she lets Tony Jade on her platform with Alex on her platform.
But who have you let in your platform based on other scenarios before?
But she's the
What
one
are you
that-
saying?
she
What are you gaining? What do
Yeah,
you
but
gain?
Tippy, she's the one that constantly keeps going on about I can't stand bullying, I'm against it. She's reported me to TikTok.
And
She's
you
reported
keep going
Alex
on
to
about
TikTok.
that, but then by going on about Michelle and creating a fucking headhunt against her, that's bullying.
Well, so be it. She is a
But
bully.
that's what I'm saying. So you can't sit and preach about you don't like this, you don't like that, she's this, she's that, and become it.
Can I ask a question? Can I jump in and ask a question? Can I jump in and
Do you want to pay me for that?
And the swans come running to me for that. It's God, what is it called?
I know what it's called because I've
What's it
ordered it
called?
many times.
What's it called?
It's like 20.
But what's it called?
Dog food.
No. What's the name of the company?
I can't remember.
Well, can I? Wait a minute.
But I've ordered it before.
Yeah, because I'm right out of duck food, and if it's lucky, I might get it for Monday on your Prime. Why didn't you tell me you had Prime? I could have used it last time.
I've always had Prime.
Well, why didn't you tell me when I order stuff and I've got to pay for it?
Yeah, but are you going to give me the money for it?
Well, Angie, you ain't exactly paid any bloody rent money or electricity money, which I'm waiting for, by the way.
What rent money?
Electricity money for your gas.
God.
Electricity and gas you can pay for.
Can we do a wish list for my mum, please? You need some duck food. What's the duck food? I'll do a wish list. I've got a good idea. Come back. I've got a wish list. What's the name of it? I'll put a wish list up.
What?
I'll put a wish list up on Amazon so someone else can pay for it. Because I'm not certainly not paying for it. Duck food. I'll find out what it is and then someone will pay for it.
It's called... Why can't I remember?
They were adults. They probably had children of their own. Okay. Now they've got nothing to be scared of because they're not in that circle. So why didn't they report? And I'll ask it again. No. Why didn't they report it when he was alive?
His character was portrayed that he could fix anything. That's what he did.
I get
and
that.
they were scared to come out in fear of what he would do to them. I know. I'd be scared.
And pedophiles.
No, that's rubbish. That's rubbish.
Just listen to me for a minute, please, because I am a victim of that crime. They silence you, they victimise you, and you're too scared to speak up, right?
Well, I can see the way in Angie saying, and this is no way defending it, saying, oh, they lied or what, but...
No, I'm not saying they're lying.
Surely all the people that he abused, surely one of them would have gone home and said something to their family. And I'm not saying, I mean, there was hundreds.
Come on. Can we just be realistic?
But who's going to believe it?
No, can you just listen to me for 1 second, right? Let's be realistic. If that sort of thing happens to you, you're ashamed, you're embarrassed, you don't realise it's happening.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
Listen, please listen to me, because I am a victim of this. And you are so scared because they victimise you, they scare you into... If you tell someone, no one's going to believe you, right? Okay? So please do not use victim as not being able to come forward because they're so scared, right? I've been there, I've done it, all right? Sorry, just had to say that. I'll just shut up now.
Okay, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Scared of what? Scared of what, though? Because we're talking about a man that's probably elderly. He was elderly before he died. You know, and I would be thinking to myself, well, I've got nothing to lose by reporting it. If I'm not believed, I'm not to leave. But then one person, wait a minute, listen, and I'm going to say this, one woman came forward, then everyone came forward. Then all of a sudden, no one was scared to come forward. And I'm not victim blaming because I know it's awful. I've never been through that myself. I'm not victim blaming, but I'm just so infuriated in some ways that if they had come forward when this guy was alive...
Right,
then they would have saved other people from going through that, number one. And number two, he would have got justice. He has not got justice because they decided to come forward when he died for perhaps compensation.
And can I just jump in here as well?
That's wrong, Angie. He did speak up and weren't believed.
People
spoke up.
There
People did speak up about Jimmy Savile.
Someone's talking over me, sorry. There's historic crimes against people which can be charged for. Mine happened when I was a child, and I'm not going to say my age now. But anyway, I took him to court, he got arrested, he got charged, and he done 4 years. So historic crimes can be done, okay? And, we need to protect the people that are being abused, and we need to give them confidence to come forward and say, I was abused when I was younger. I can take this person to court, and it does happen. Sorry, I'm waffling.
No, you're not waffling. The difference is Jimmy Savile was a very high profiled person in the media. He represented so many charities. He did, in brackets, all this good work.
Power, didn't he?
Who would believe?
He had too much power.
He did. People did go. People did report it. You need to watch the documentary, Angie. It's
I'm just reading the comments, and there's so many people coming forward and saying, you know, I've been through it. I haven't told a soul.
It is. It's something you can't.
It's so sad.
Thank the Lord I have never been through it, but I have got empathy, and I would never victim shame anybody.
I am not victim shaming anyone.
I'm not saying you are.
I'm not the only one.
You can't ask the question, why did these people not come
Of
forward?
course I can, because I'm not the only one that's asked that question. I've heard other people ask that same question as to why these women waited until he died to report it to the police.
Because obviously that's the only way that they felt that they would be heard, because they'd been silenced.
Well, you know what? You've got nothing to lose by reporting it a little bit early when the man is still alive, so he gets justice. He obviously has not got no justice.
Angie,
He's dead.
I don't agree with you.
No, I'm sorry, I don't agree either, Angie. He was somebody that they reported it. They reported it 30 years prior, and it wasn't dealt with.
Yeah, but we're talking about 30 years, you know what I mean? Why, 30 years, when you're a child, obviously it's very different. You're scared. I get that. And it's awful when you're a child. But we're going forward maybe 20 years, right? When he's still alive and you're an adult, you've got children of your own. Why didn't one person come out? One came out, the rest came out.
They did.
Can we have a trigger warning up, please?
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. I'm absolutely disgusted what I'm hearing here. It's absolutely disgusting what I'm hearing here. How dare you shame
Can somebody
people?
put a trigger warning in the comments, please?
Yeah, this is a trigger warning. I was sexually abused as a child.
I'm not the only one that's had
well,
that
it's absolutely
opinion.
disgusting what I'm hearing. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, that is a question that I'm asking, because he would have got justice if people actually reported it earlier, because now he's dead. He's got no justice.
Stop it.
They were reported. You need to do your background on this, Angie.
Yes, in the 70s, maybe he was reported.
No, people reported it and reported it and reported it.
Wow. I can't believe
it. I was a victim of childhood sexual abuse. And when I was 12, I actually told my mum at 12. I went through it from when I was 4 years old. I was scared. They tell you nobody will believe you. It doesn't matter who the person is, how old the person is. I'm absolutely ashamed with what I'm hearing.
Well, why are you ashamed? Because this is a question anybody would have asked a woman that's reported it 30 years later.
It doesn't matter if it's 10 years.
I'm not saying people should never report abuse. I'm not saying that, yeah? I'm not saying that. But it does matter when you report something. People might wonder, and the police will ask you themselves, why are you reporting it 30 years later? I'm not saying you can't report it because it's gone so much time. But the question is, why?
Because I think it's got a bit twisted. And I can't say anything about it because I've never had that with you. But I think what Angie's trying to say is it's not that she's saying she doesn't believe the people that have reported it. She's just saying someone should have. And I obviously I can't speak about SA or anything because I've never been through that, and it must be the most hardest thing. So I'm just going to shut up and let other people discuss that.
Angie,
listen, I'm not the first one to have said it. Many people have said it, and I'm not saying you can never report it. I've always said you can always report it 30 years, 40 years later. Do you know what I mean? You have a right to do that, but a question will be answered to you from the police as to why you left it so late, why you reported it 30 years later. I'm not saying I disbelieve anyone.
Angie, shush for a minute. Why do we leave it so late? Because we're so traumatised by what happened to us that we don't have the courage to come forward and victim shame ourselves. And say,
it's so infuriating when a lot of women could have saved other women from going through that abuse.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I didn't brush my teeth, man. What is...
Okay, so that's the end of those clips, and I am not showing any more because we could go on till the end of next week. So I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone for sitting there and putting up with my exposure tonight. But I also would like to say a big thank you to all you screen recorders out there. You wouldn't be able to get all this proof on Delusive Angie if it wasn't for you. Now, I would also like to do a live for all the victims and people that have been affected by Angie, and to have your say. And as Angie says it, to have all our haters in. Well, now you know how it's going to feel. Anyway, so if you'd like me to do a live, let me know. So everyone, just remember to stand up for what's right. Thank you so much, and good night.